Hi there, just a quick tutorial about the nextgarage start-stop emulator. If you're like me, I own an Audi Q3, or for any Audi for that matter. That start-stop function I actually hate, and I think it's dangerous. I mean, you've only got to be at a set of lights or a T intersection and forget that it's turned off, and you plant your foot, and that quarter of a second could be the difference between being T-boned and killed or what have you. But anyway, Audi won't let you, or they won't turn it off if you even ask them at service. So there's a company from Germany, you buy it off eBay, and they're called nextgarage, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty simple to wire in, and I'll just show you so you can do it yourself. Very, very easy. Stay tuned. So here's the unit. It's called nextgarage, and basically you just connect it through these connectors to the certain wires that are required. You get a little booklet. It's pretty straightforward. You can just see there the 3 wires that come connected to the device are black, blue, red, and you just connect them to the wires that are behind the switch in your fascia panel. Pretty straightforward. Just connect these, give them a squeeze with a set of pliers, and they connect, and then you plug it all back together and slide this part of your dash back in. This will come out with trim removal tools. You know, you just get a bunch of these tools through AliExpress or something like that, and you just use them to get in behind and pop it out. It slides out pretty readily. You can see I've got it sitting here, and once you click them in, obviously you plug it back into the switch, which is here, and I'll show you in a second. I just can't plug it in while I'm holding with one hand. And basically what happens is, if you've turned it off, then when you turn your car off, it'll remember that you've turned it off, so you'll never have to turn it off again. And if you leave it turned on, it'll remember that you've turned it on or left it on, so that when you get in your car, the light will be orange. I'll show you in a second so you understand what I mean. So as you can see, I've just plugged in the switch at the back. Light's on again. Just turn it off here. It's all off. Turn the car off now. All good. Take the key out for a second. Turn it back on. Car's going. Grab the switch. Off. That's it. It's just an emulator, and it remembers the last setting you had it on. You can turn it off for service mode so that it won't shoot an error code up to the Audi diagnostics or whoever services your car. But for for whatever I paid, 60-70 bucks Aussie, and it's so quick to install. As I said, simply just click in these hijack wires to the wires that they put on the little brochure. I'll end up taping all this back up with a bit of tape, making it look a bit neat. Stuff it back in the dash, slide it back in, and it's done. There you go. So as you can see, I've just wrapped some cloth electrician tape around it, so it looks like the stock wraps that they put around the harness. I initially cut it all back very carefully using just a Stanley blade. You've got to be careful, obviously spread the wires apart, cut in between them. You don't want to be cutting the wires. Anyway, I just used that so I could bring it right back up here, and then put the connectors on. And I've wrapped some more tape around here. I'm actually going to wrap some around here to hold them in place so that when I slide it back through, they won't catch on anything. It'll have some sort of smooth edges for the cloth. So I'll show you the finished product in a second. Just all taped up and ready to put back inside. Okay, so as you can see, everything's been clicked back into place. Pretty straightforward. As I mentioned before, use that cloth tape because it'll also prevent it from rattling or tapping against anything. I mean, even use just normal plastic electrician tape, it'd probably do the same thing. There is just one function I forgot to mention about this, the emulator. So basically, if you put your car into service, you would hold your finger down on the button and push it down for 5 seconds, and what that does, it resets it back to factory mode, so it won't trigger a fault error message or fault code on the service computer when you're getting it serviced. And then once you've had it serviced, you push it back for 5 seconds, push the button back down for 5 seconds, and it activates it again. So of course you don't want to be pulling, you don't have to disconnect the harness or anything like that. It just stays in your dash and it's all good. So there you go. Anyway, for those of you like me who would find this device a great thing because you hate the on-off switch, I hope this has helped you. As I said, it's very straightforward. If you like the videos, just give me a thumbs up, and you can even subscribe. Okie dokie, cheers.